Hello children, welcome back to the class, and this is the last chapter that we are going to deal with in the 10th class CBSE syllabus. And after that, I want to just revise the lessons according to the syllabus and questions. So this time I think they are going to give analytical questions, not direct questions are given. That means the questions are asked in such a way that you have to think and you have to give your answers. So analytical questions. So in that way we will prepare for the examination. So as for now, we shall deal with this our environment part 3. So in the previous chapters, we have studied about environment and food chain, food web, niche, and biological accumulation, biological magnification, ecological, biological pyramid, and the importance of ecosystem. What are all producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and all these things. How the energy goes from producers to primary consumers to secondary consumers in a way farming pyramid like structure. All these things we have seen, and also we have studied about the sustainable development. That means development and conservation, they go together. That means if we use the resources in a proper way, then we can enjoy the resources which nature has given to us, and we can pass on the resources to the future generations also, which is called as sustainable development. So, as for Gandhi said that nature provides everything to man according to his need, not according to his greed. Man is becoming more and more greedy, and he is destroying the nature. And due to his activities, so many plant species and animal species are becoming extinct. So, we shall see all these things in this class. So, human activities and effect on environment. So human population is increasing a lot day by day and all over the world. And man is, as I told you, man is becoming more and more greedy, and he is having influence on the environment. And due to his activities, the environment is getting imbalanced, and the natural resources which nature provides us, so that is renewable resources and non-renewable resources. So renewable resources nowadays, they are becoming non-renewable resources due to human activities, just like water, plants and animals. So excessive use of water and overhunting of the animals and cutting of the trees, deforestation, all these are leading to ecological imbalance, which should not be done. So man is the main person who is responsible for ecological imbalance. So that is why it is very important. And now let us see ozone layer. What is ozone layer? So ozone layer is forms a ring-like structure around the Earth's atmosphere, and it shields, prevents the entry of ultraviolet rays that are emitting from the sun. So these ultraviolet rays split the oxygen into oxygen atoms. So these oxygen atoms, they combine with oxygen. The atoms, they combine with oxygen and form ozone. So ozone layer is poisonous, but it is out of this Earth's atmosphere, and it is in a way it is helping in preventing the entry of ultraviolet rays into the Earth's atmosphere. But human activities, so many CFC, chlorofluorocarbons are produced, BHC, benzene hexachloride. So all these chemicals are formed due to, so chlorofluorocarbons are formed with so many aeroplanes. That means various apparatus and refrigerators and everything. And so these are emitting, and they are depleting the ozone layer. So due to depletion of ozone layer, what happens? The ultraviolet rays are directly entering into the Earth's atmosphere, and due to which the animals as well as the plants, that means including human beings, are getting affected. So man also suffers with various diseases like skin cancer, and in plants the photosynthetic rate considerably gets reduced. So that is why protection of ozone layer is very important, and that is why United Nations Environment Program, so they are trying to reduce the formation of CFC, chlorofluorocarbons, so that the ozone layer can be protected. That means they are trying to reduce as much as possible the production of chlorofluorocarbons. So it is in hands of man how to reduce the harmful emission of harmful substances, and protect the environment. That is very important. And next thing, a man is using various chemicals in agriculture. That means various fertilizers, insecticides, and pesticides. All these are used by man to get good products from the agriculture. So that is why what happens, excessive use of these fertilizers results in soil pollution, water pollution, and air pollution also. So that is why it is very important to reduce the use of these artificial fertilizers, insecticides, and pesticides. As much as possible, natural fertilizers are to be used in the place of chemical fertilizers, that is compost. All these things are to be used, so that the environment will not, that means that will not lead to soil pollution, water pollution, air pollution, etc. And so in this way we have also seen biodegradable substances, and all these biodegradable substances can be used in the preparation of compost, that is natural fertilizers, and it can be used in the agriculture. And next one is deforestation. What is deforestation? So forests are a part of our environment, our ecological system. So these forests, the trees in the forest, they get hold of the roots of the trees, get hold of the soil particles, and they prevent soil erosion. What is soil erosion? That means the outer fertile layer of the soil will be washed away when floods occur, excess of rains, etc. So when deforestation occurs, when the trees in the forests are cut, there are no roots to get hold of the soil particles. So when rain occurs, what happens? The upper fertile layer of the soil flows away along with the rainwater. So if there are trees, what happens? The rainwater sinks into the deeper layers of the soil, and the level of groundwater can be increased. But due to deforestation, first thing, soil erosion is taking place. And next thing, when there are no forests, what happens? So there will be no seasonal rains do not occur. Ecological imbalance will take place, because so many animals are taking shelter and getting their food from the plants and trees in the forest. That means the trees in the forest, they provide shelter and also food to so many animals. And not only animals, so many people depend on the trees and plants in the forest for their livelihood. That means so many animals, including human beings, they lose their lives. And when there are no trees or plants in the forest, the animals are directly exposed to the predators, and they will be killed by the predators. And so many animals will be killed by their predators. So in this way, the deforestation results so many abnormalities in the environment. And what happens when there are no forests? That means every year some more than 35 millions of acres of forest land is disappearing. That means due to human activities. So man is cutting the trees. Why? For his own benefit. That means he is converting most of the lands into agricultural lands, and also for the sake of timber, and for the sake of various things that are to be made for furniture, for playing things. He is cutting the trees, and for the preparation of paper, etc. So when the trees are cut, what happens? Seasonal rains do not occur. Seasonal rains do not occur, and that means that will lead to excess of rains or no rains. That is either floods or famine will occur. So that is the importance of forest. So that is why it is very important to save the forest land to maintain ecological balance. And you can see various biological diversity, existence of so many animals and plants together. That is very important. And due to deforestation, all these are disappearing. That is one thing. And next thing, so that is we have already seen biodegradable substances and non-biodegradable substances. Biodegradable substances are those which are natural. That is the peels of various vegetables, fruits, etc., and also various kitchen waste. All these things are biodegradable substances. But there is one problem. If there is excess production of biodegradable substances, that means which cannot be converted into, so that means proper conversion of these biodegradable substances into compost, that is natural fertilizer, is very important. If it does not take place, what happens? So naturally they will accumulate, and that will give a foul smell, and in these things growth of various harmful bacteria will take place, spreading the diseases. So that is why management of garbage is very important. So in this way, man is affecting the environment by his activities. So that is why, so nature, whatever nature gives us, that we have to use them in a proper way. So improper use or excessive use or indiscriminate use of these resources will lead to ecological imbalance. So man's activities can be described as it is just like an act of committing suicide. That means man is cutting the branch of the tree on which he is living. That means always nature is ultimate. He cannot win the nature. So he has to get along with the nature. That is why protection of environment is very, very, very important. Okay. So this is the thing. And if you are able to understand, we'll again start with the question and answers according to the examination. Okay. Hope you have understood, and see you in the next class. Thank you.